Who leads digital transformation? Well, digital transformation requires a leader, but what's the challenge about that? Well, the challenges are manifold. Traditionally, the introduction and management of IT-based transformation were obviously led by the IT department, by the head of IT, by the chief information officer, or whatever the company called the head of the IT department. But now with digitalization, which is different from purely applying IT, we see that we need to redefine the roles of the chief information officer and the IT department. You need a sponsor for the digital transformation journey of a company. This could be the CIO, the head of IT, but it doesn't have to be the CIO or head of IT. It can be somebody else as well. And we need to consider the difference between alignment and enabling. Traditionally, IT is viewed as a cost driver, as a hygiene factor. You need to have IT, you can't do without IT in today's business. But with IT, you can't positively differentiate your company. You can't have a competitive advantage. It's only a cost driver, and you only notice IT when it's not working. That's a traditional view. In digitalization, it's not only about the technology, and hopefully it's not about this traditional view of IT which I just described. Rather now, the business and the customer perspective becomes important for IT, and IT becomes more and more important for the business and customer perspective. So that's a mutual interaction where IT can become a competitive advantage, can be a crucial factor to drive. Now, possible approaches are to rethink the role and responsibility of the IT department. Are they an internal service provider that's more closely aligned to the traditional cost driver hygiene factor perspective? Or are they an equal partner to the business side? Or is the IT department even the driver of digital transformation? In any case, you need novel interfaces between IT and other business units. You need cross-disciplinary teams, and you need new skill profiles, both in the business units relating to digital skills, IT skills, and in the IT department relating to business skills, because you need this well-functioning cross-disciplinary teams. Now, in our study of fields of action of digital transformation, we identified the 6 which you see here in the gray boxes: customer value proposition and the like. Now, with that, you can start thinking about who could be the leader of digital transformation. If it's very customer-centric digital transformation, then that might be in the marketing department, the head of marketing. If it's more about the value proposition, about new products and services, data-driven services, and so on, then it could be the head of innovation, the chief innovation officer. If it's more an internally organized digital transformation, more geared toward the organization, the employees, the workplace of the future, and so on, then responsibility for digital transformation might reside with the HR department. If it's really focused on data, on systematically using data, on harnessing it, on building data-driven business models, also with the business model, I'm back again a little to the value proposition and the innovation. But then if it's strongly driven by data, then it might be the IT department. And the IT department might as well be the right place for leading digital transformation if it's primarily in internal digital work transformation or operations transformation. But if we talk about operations, if we have a strong focus on processes and the like, then the chief operating officer might be the right person to head digital transformation. And finally, we have this field of action, transformation management, tying it all together. Well, with that, we see that some companies have a CDO, a chief digital officer, or chief digital transformation officer, or you could allocate responsibility for digital transformation with the chief strategy officer. You see, depending on where you put the focus, different departments, different roles might have a prime position to lead digital transformation. Now the question to you is there an optimal approach on which of the opportunities I just described, of the options I just described, might be best? Or which could you rule out? Well, that's a question to you. And in times of COVID, obviously there was a lot of change, and digitalization was way advanced for many companies compared to what they did before COVID-19. That is well illustrated by this comic.